AB Courtyard Patio Package, Chianti. This patio package will fit on a 12 by 19 patio. These basic instructions can be modified to fit a different patio size. This layout will use the following blocks. The blocks are modular in size, with 2 AB York blocks equaling 1 AB Dublin block. The blocks come with built-in angles, so during construction, when an AB York, AB Dublin, or a wall cap meets up to a flat surface, some cutting will be required to give a finished look to the project. During construction, the AB Dublin blocks may be angled the wrong way, leaving a gap. Simply slide the block over and add in an AB York block. For more details on proper construction, see the AB Courtyard Reference Guide. To start, locate the center of the back of the patio. Place an AB York block with the longer side of the block so it faces the outside of the circle. Then install additional AB York blocks with the long sides facing out to build the entire circle. Some adjusting and sliding of blocks will be needed to ensure a tight circle is built. Install the next 2 courses of AB York blocks in the same direction over the blocks below. Finish by installing wall caps. To start the wall panel, we will need to use a cut block. This creates a straight edge to the block to place against the circle created by the AB York blocks, giving us a clean, flush look when meeting up with the flat surface. For this project, we will be cutting AB Dublin blocks in half, as well as in a 3/4 and 1/4 size. These cut pieces will be used in every course of the wall panels when meeting up with the flat surface. When building the wall panels, installing 2 courses at the same time will help block alignment. For the first course, use the pre-marked blocks and cut down the center of the block to create 2 1/2 size blocks. Use a saw with a diamond blade and adhere to safety standards. Install the cut block against the center of the circle to start the patio wall. Continue installing AB York blocks to start the curve. At the curved wall section, build the curved wall just like the circle. Place all AB York blocks with the long sides of the block facing the outside of the curve. If the block starting the curve is not angled properly, the direction of the curve will be wrong. To correct this, the initial cut block to start the section will need to be changed. Start by removing the last block that has the wrong angle and set aside at the beginning of the section. Then slide all the blocks down 1 block from the start of the section. Remove the initial cut block and then place in the AB York block that was previously set aside. Now reinstall the initial cut block by turning the block over so the raised rings are facing down and the cut side is against the post. A second option would be to replace the initial cut block with the opposite angle cut block. And finally, a third option would be to replace the 1/4 size cut piece and an AB York block with a 3/4 size cut piece that is angled correctly. Once the angle is corrected, install AB York blocks to build the curve. At the end of the curve, place an AB York block with the long side facing in to create the start of the straight section. Continue building with AB York and AB Dublin blocks. Then install an AB corner block at the end of the section. To start the second course, cut another AB Dublin block, this time down the raised rings to create 3/4 and a 1/4 size block. This will ensure the blocks line up properly and the seams are offset from the blocks below. Place the cut side against the corner blocks to create a finished look against the circle. Stack AB York blocks to build the second course and the curved wall section. Again, if the angle is not correct, make the adjustment in the wall section just built to change the starting angle. At the end of the curve on the second course, an AB Dublin cut in half may be needed to help adjust the angle of the blocks back so a straight wall can continue. Place and adjust as needed to fit. Then continue stacking with AB Yorks to the end of the wall section. Finish with a corner block to create an end that steps back, giving a staggered look with no cutting. Install the third course of the wall panel just like the first course. Start with a cut block and use all AB Yorks to build the panel and the curve. Finish with wall caps. You can choose to secure them in place with masonry adhesive. With one side done, complete the second half of the project using the same steps. For a complete library of Courtyard how-to sheets, visit us at allenblock.com and share your projects with us on social media. We'd love to see them.